Wow. Hello. Hi. Welcome back to more Timberborn. Where we last left off, we actually survived. We actually survived. We're on cycle 7. We might have ended on like cycle 5 or 6, but as I said in the end of that episode, I was going to try and establish, get like things built, because by the end of the stream we were just waiting for things to get built. So now that we're basically there, everything's paused right now, so I can kind of get a lay of the land, see kind of what we need to do. It's a little difficult because I don't remember a lot. It's been a little bit. What I want to do, what do I want to do? I know we're going to be getting, I think we survived one bad tide in between episodes. As you can see, we have plenty of food, water, so we're not struggling there, you know, in that case. I did start this path heading to the north, because I'd like to get more of like a settlement down here. So we're gonna give that a try. And I'm also trying a new playlist. I think it's a little quiet, so we might try bumping it up a little bit. So let me anticipate that, and then I'll check out the volumes. How's that? That seems pretty good. Like when I start talking, it does drop a decent amount, which is good. And then when I'm just quiet, you get music. I'd like that audio ducting to be a little bit less aggressive. How's that? When I start talking, okay, that seems a little bit better. And I think that's fine. All right, so let us continue onward. Anyways, still paused. Still thinking about my life decisions here. Gosh, I'm not sure what I want to do now. Now that we've made it past the first stream, it's kind of like we're on bonus time. One of the things I did do in my first few playthroughs is get dams built over here so we can keep the water just in general here. I don't think it's super necessary because we're not really like, we're not doing anything over here. It'd be nice to keep the water, like to keep this place green, but not super necessary. I think above all else, keeping like, I don't know, like this area, I think green. So trying to keep as much water in these little silos as we can would be a little bit better. As far as where I want to build that, I don't know. Actually, I think maybe like right here. Actually, I think I did. Yeah, I did. Thank you, Pass Me, for planning something out. So I did want to build, I think, definitely some floodgates here. Let me look at, I think it was potentially it's going to end up being this one. Our signs, we don't have enough signs for that, so this would have to be like a levee floodgate situation, which may end in tears and disaster when droughts and stuff happen. So we might wait until we get the signs to unlock a double high floodgate, so we can start storing water here. It'll back up to here, but that's not the end of the world. We could even get this as a reservoir, which maybe not even a bad idea. Beyond that, it seems like that's probably our best bet, is to get a floodgate down here, so we have like this little reservoir and potentially this little reservoir of like clean backup water, and then put maybe some kind of like floodgate or something also here in case there's bad water that tries to fill up. We'll always have like a backup of clean water somewhere over here. Beyond that, I think I'm still thinking. Everything is still paused. I'm still trying to get my thoughts out there, because I'm trying to think. We could potentially get water to spill out through here. It looks like that's what they might want us to do, is to try to get water to spill here, which is not a terrible idea, but it would require a massive dam or something along that line. Either that or we blow the hell out of this ground and get this all flooded down here. Okay, so what I want to do, take stock of everything. I need to know where all of our beavers are working. So we got a farmer. We have someone chopping trees. We got one hauler doing God's work over there. We got one lazy builder. That's fine. We have beavers here working, making logs and planks. I don't know why I needed logs and planks and gears and stuff like that. As far as trees are concerned, okay, we have a farmer here. We have one farmer. We work in this whole thing. Looks like we have someone here. Just trying to get a lay of my land here. So we do have a supply of logs. I mean, granted, we're still waiting for these to grow up. It's gonna take a bit. We have a farmer here. We don't have anybody grabbing berries, but that's fine. The berries are not even here yet. As far as like logs or metal is concerned, we can get scraps because we have access to a scrap thing here, which was intentional. And then as far as storage for that scrap area, we have like a little thing right here. And I think it's, I want to say it's this one. Let's double check. Make sure I know which one we're grabbing here. This could store scraps. Okay, so that's the open one. I'm glad I checked. Are we gonna need the bigger storage? Let me look. Let me think, because we probably want the storage actually over here, to be brutally honest. But we would need supports here. If we want to build out here. Yeah. So let's get how is this? Oh man, this would take up science though. We kind of need to sit on science for a little bit. I mean, we could do the little cheeky thing and just have like a small storage house in the corner here that we can actually use. It won't just be here for no reason. This can also hold oh, I don't know. Of course, as soon as like music's getting a little bit loud, we'll put Karabi's there. We'll set the priority a little bit higher for that. And then we'll get this storage unit. Actually, I don't even think I needed that. I could have just built it right here. All right, scrap that. You don't need this. And then this can be. Oh, actually, no. I'm dumb. I totally built the wrong thing. The thing I was trying to avoid, I managed to build. Yeah, of course. Leave it to me. Let's get this established first. There we go. We'll get this prioritized. We'll put, I don't know, I guess some kind of food in there. All right, break. Start building. Because right now, our biggest hurdle right now is distance. Distance right now is the thing that's hurting us the most because we're so spread thin with our, like, what is it, 17 beavers. They're having a hard time coping with walking in general, even with slightly above happiness, slightly above average happiness. We should probably start thinking about things. I think we have the little grinder. Yeah, I think this is the grinder. Yeah, it is. I know we have medical beds. We can probably put a rooftop terrace or whatever, campfire. We can put this down somewhere. I mean, it would be better if it was somewhere closer to where they actually hang out. That would be pretty good. Here would be pretty good. Maybe just right here. Rooftop terrace would be great if I can get this thing built. However, it's a little difficult because of the way I have this whole thing built. I wish I could build this on the ground. That's 50 science. We have medical beds. I know we have medical beds down here. So technically they're fine. They'll have to travel a good distance, but not the end of the world for them. Let's check out decorations. We have some shrubs hanging around. All locked behind like science stuff. So for now, we'll just leave it like that. let us get the path pushed down over here. So this can actually start getting used. Because there's no reason not to use that. And then this will be scrap. And then of course I don't want to forget to actually put the scrap thing here. There we go. All right. Goals. Goals. I think we have like all of our log pumpers. We have all of our water still getting pumped. What we need to do is start heading to the west. And the best way to do that is going to be a pretty big cliff down there. And I don't see any like natural staircases in this side, so we're going to have to build every staircase going this way before we can go over here. So I'm going to do that then. So ideally I want to end up somewhere over here. Let's see. Okay. I definitely want to be careful when it comes to I want to be careful when building this thing, because I would prefer my beavers not to get, you know, underwater. That already, yeah, that's already one too high. Okay. And then we'll get some stairs. There we go. Perfect. And then that'll get us to this point, which then we need to start climbing upwards. Which we can do just like this. And then we'll get back to the stairs. Up. Oh, we're gonna need one more box. Let's see. There we go. And then we're probably gonna need our actual bridge. Get over there. Once we're like towards the mid to late game, obviously I'm going to fix all this stuff. I don't plan on keeping it like this. I'll eventually start doing like, because like what I did last season. Last season I had to use like storage boxes to get to where I wanted to go. However, once we had like a surplus of supplies and beavers, I was able to then like reconstruct these into like actual bridges and stuff like that, and like dam pieces. So it's just a matter of time. Mostly. Let me see what this guy's doing. Still working on this. Water still getting pumped. We have more storage over here. Let's see. Our major issue is that we don't have like a lot of just free beavers. We don't have extra beavers. And I feel like at this point we're going to start needing to expand our beavers. We're going to need a few extra beavers. Still haven't built this. We're still working on that. So I think it's about time to think about getting more of these birthing pods built. So we currently have 2. I'm gonna need to expand. This is 1K and it requires treated. Okay, so we're not doing that. How many beavers do we have? So we have 17 beavers. What is our capacity? Like 20, right? Yeah. We're gonna need to build more housing soon. That is for sure. As far as like housing is concerned, where do I want housing? If I can chop this down, I think I want housing over here. There There we go. And then we'll get a lumberjack over here. We'll move one of our current lumberjacks this area just to get the trees dealt with. And let me make sure he can actually chop everything. Yeah, he can chop everything. Okay. So this guy not doing anything. There you go. And then we'll get another like storage thing for him over here. How close is his storage? That's food. I think log storage is like over here. Let's get a couple of these little ones. Just so we have a place to put this stuff so he doesn't have to go so far. Yeah, because right now I need more workers. And we can start building houses here when we get the chance to. Oh, there we go. Buddy, you're fired. Okay. Come over here and work at the building hut. Because we need to hustle a little bit quicker. This was one of the reasons why I mean, most of the time whenever I do a Timberborn thing, I do tend to just kind of play off stream as well a little bit. But especially with this series, with how like far stretched we are pretty early on, it is just a lot of sitting around and just waiting. So I'm trying to migrate everyone towards the middle. I think I want to keep this here. Our science is doing a little bit better. This is too, what do we need? We just need planks and logs, and we just need the science for that. So we're getting there. Got plenty of logs, thankfully. And now we're actually starting to get some scrap. So that's good. Don't think we really need the scrap though, but you know, here we are. I'm really glad, like, I'm glad we were able to actually get up here and start working from a water source instead of being all the way down here having to wait like an extra day to get water whenever we had a dry season. Yeah, this guy's almost done planting. I have a feeling though, by the time he's done planting, we'll probably start seeing some growth over here. Well, maybe. All the berries here are dead, so basically this is all pretty useless to have here now because I don't plan on replanting all these berries. So, like I said, we are slowly trying to migrate back up to the center area. It's a very long process, but we're getting there. All right, this guy just finished planning everything, so thank you, sir. You can go find something else to do. Still working on the gears. I could probably lower the work hours, potentially. I don't really want to. I want these little guys to work their little tails off. Because like things like this are taking forever to get built. And it's just because of the distance. It takes them a long time to get over here. So the sooner I can kind of condense all this stuff over here, the better. Let's go ahead and start. I don't want to accept goods anymore. 10 goods, no. We're going to supply goods to other warehouses, yeah. And then we're going to do the same here. Supply goods to other warehouses so that we can start emptying these out and getting rid of these. We definitely don't need, so I guess today, on top of trying to expand to the west, today's going to be our clean up and survive. We definitely don't need this many log choppers. We're going to wait for the tree population to sort itself out again. Yeah, so none of this stuff needs to be here anymore. How are you doing? We should probably pause this. It does have 1 of 1 though. No, I can't really afford to pause these because we need to keep a consistent birth rate up here. Oh, here comes the drought. That's okay. We have plenty of water for the amount of beavers we have. Would have liked to fill up all of our water containers, but you know, all the important ones are filled, just not these yet. And then hopefully, let me see, where is it? Here, isn't it? No. Storage. Oh, we already unlocked the medium one. That's why we needed the gears. That's right. So we could actually start supply goods. Let's get rid of these and then put in a medium one over here in this corner. I'd like them to prioritize this. Because that doesn't cost them anything to do. That's just a matter of them punching it with the hammer. I want to keep the lumberjack here. Because we are eventually going to start building this whole area over here. Obviously, the science machines are the observation places. I'm not too worried about because we're eventually going to get the upgraded one, the number cruncher. We'll eventually get the number cruncher, which will just be like self-powering. I'm not too concerned about that. Fireplace got built. Perfect. That is awesome. Hopefully, they'll get a chance to use that. What are we looking at here? Oh, we have 2 scrappers, don't we? We don't need 2 scrappers. I mean, it's nice to have the extra supplies, but we don't need 2 of you guys doing this. What you can do, though, is you can actually be a hauler for now until I start noticing a lower supply of stuff. Like berries eventually are going to have to start getting picked. Water's still doing good. We have all of our pumpers working. Pretty soon we're gonna have this guy over here chopping logs, and then we'll be able to clear this out for more housing. Maybe we can get some rooftop terraces in these parts. Let's see. Try to get these prioritized by haulers because I'd like these to be emptied out before the end of the season. Still waiting for these berries to grow. Hello. Forester. Yeah, these are all paused. They don't... I mean, we could get a forester back in here just to finish off the last little bit. But I'm not too concerned about that. I'm more concerned about these trees actually growing. Let's see. Still making plenty of gears and planks. Still plenty of wood, thankfully. Keeping our eyes here. About 70-ish%, so not bad. These guys are not pumping because, I mean, as far as they're concerned, all their stuff is pumped. This is the only guy who's like... actually, how's our water? I mean, I know we have room for more water, obviously. Maybe we can build... Let me see. Maybe we could just build it here. The bigger water place. Yeah, we could. So I paused it, and I'm going to go ahead and demolish these 2. We'll have a bit of wasted space over here, but I'm sure we'll find something to do with that. And then let's get that prioritized to get picked up. And then we'll build the new water station there, so we can have a surplus. And then we'll build the second one here. Like, the more of these, the better, right? Because we just barely got enough gears to make one of them. Oh, this guy's injured. Yeah, he has to go all the way over here. Start feeling better. That's fine, though. Okay, we can actually get... Oh, someone's already here. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Thank you for finding a job. Let's prioritize that. Because eventually he's going to fill this up. Granted, I think these are dead birches, right? Yeah. So So they only yield 1 log, so I'm pretty sure by the time he's done with this, he probably would have filled up his thing. So once we're over this ridge, it's just a matter of trying to get down here, somehow cross this way, and then get like a more permanent, well, not permanent, but get another settlement over here. And then we can use potentially tunnels. I don't know. It's kind of a very long distance for tunnels to get over there to here. So who knows? I mean, tunnels would be faster, obviously. Beavers could work much faster with tunnels, but we're currently not at that point in the game where we can reliably get tunnels. We're gonna need to definitely start building houses soon. We can start. No, I'm gonna wait for this guy to like finish this row, like this little chunk over here, just so I can build the houses up against this ravine. Surely that's gonna be safe for them. Guarantee you they won't have issues with that. Did you guys pick this up yet? No, you have not. How is storage? Storage is getting pretty tight. I mean, we are building stuff. Probably gonna need more log storage by the looks of it. I'm trying to think, where can I put logs? Because this is for scraps. I do still want that there. Probably build a platform there in the future, but not currently. I mean, I guess we could build it down here. Let me see. Is there space down here for one of these? Yes, there is technically. And then this can just be more logs. It looks like we're going to need the space, potentially. If not, we can always switch it to something else. That's berries. Definitely don't have berries. Still waiting for these to all generate berries. They're getting close-ish. A little more than halfway there. Let's get past the night. It's like right there. There we go. Go back to normal speed. Looks like the Karabis are starting to come back, so we gotta start thinking about who we want to take work away from. Who is not a priority? Honestly, I would probably say they're probably not a priority. Oh, there's no one even here yet. He moved somewhere else. He might have been the lumberjack that we got. He did get a new beaver, but it looks like he already found a job. Let's see. How many beavers are here? I need to think about that. I need the log pumpers. Still, come on, guys. No one's been over here to pick this crap up yet. Thank you. Finally. We got a concerned citizen over here clearing up the debris. There we go. Now let's get this built. Make sure I know which way it's facing. There we go. Big influx of water, which would be great because once we break like 20, we're definitely gonna need those medium tanks. How you doing, buddy? Maybe might be able to fit a house there. Let me check. Housing. Barracks. Yeah, we can just about fit a house here. So we'll land that house right on top of him. Surely he won't mind. Get a path down. And then I think we could even fit one on the opposite side as well. We'll think about that. Because right now I just want to get this row built out, and then I can start thinking about how I want to put roofs and terrace up there and all that kind of stuff. But if we need to expand even more, I can do the same thing on the opposite side. So I'm not too concerned. We could get the town center moved in this corner over here. Because now that we're starting to work on this side, maybe. We'll see. Because a lot of our stuff is still here. Speaking of which, I need to start thinking about how to get a little guy over here. Because we're getting more stuff over here. I need somebody. Maybe I can drop you by 1. Turn this on. There we go. He moved. Okay, good. Because I want to keep at least 2 workers here. Maybe the haulers. How are we doing on hauling? We have 1 hauler. All right, that's fine. But he can start collecting this stuff. Start bringing it up. Yeah, the only downside is that because we have fields out here, it's going to take a while for him to, like... I think this is where the food storage is. Yeah, we have crabbies up here. I think, yeah, we have 2 crabbies, so it's not that bad. It is a bit of a distance for him, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like the food storage is up here, you know. And then, do we have enough to unlock this? No, that's 250. Oh, brother. It's going to be a while if we keep just one of these guys here. How much is being built right now? I know this is getting built. I know the house is getting built. Those 2 things are kind of important for us to attempt to get over here. Again, the situation is just that we just need more babies. But we can't really accommodate more babies until we get this housing built out. Maybe I'll just do it anyways. Also, I would like a supply of berries. Game. We might just build it. Because now that we have a house in development, now we can kind of accommodate more beavers. So I'll get the next one built. How's this doing? Doing great. We're getting an extra beaver. How are you doing? This one's probably going to take the longest to grow because it's so far away from all of this stuff. Prioritize by hauler. Prioritize by hauler. Our one little guy is doing so much work around this village. It's insane. Yeah, we need to keep making gears because I want more of these medium places, more of these medium tanks. How are planks? Planks, we have the planks to build this. We have the gears to build this. It's just a matter of actually getting... Actually, we don't need to like prioritize it. Well, maybe we can. In a day and a half, we're gonna be able to do it. I'm not sure. In about 1.2 days. We'll put it at like a medium priority. Because I don't think we're gonna get this built before the drought hits us, but I mean, eventually it's gonna get built. So yeah, this guy's here. He's picking up all the crabbies. That's great for us. Let's fast forward a little bit. Try to get past the night as quickly as we can. Well, there we go. The housing is important, but it's not the highest priority because we have just enough housing for these 2 houses. Actually, are we at capacity? We're like 1 off. There's some very upset beavers. might try to get more of these built upwards. Let me see. What does it take to build these? I think it's planks, right? Built these medical beds. Start thinking about getting these moved up. Yeah, this should be pretty easy to build up here. Is there any open space? There's some space right here. We'll just have one medical bed here, just so that it's somewhere a little bit closer. And then we'll try to get another one built over here, and then we'll have more stuff over here. And as far as like that, there is this other water source here that we could try to like, you know, migrate to as well. We'll have control of all the clean water in the valley. And that seems pretty good. As far as like other things to worry about, obviously bad tides. Those are another concern of ours. I'm not too concerned. Doing what we can for the beavers. I'm a little nervous about putting it on like super fast build speed. Just because like a lot of stuff can happen quickly without your attention. Like once you put things on like turbo speed, a lot of insufficiencies start to creep up. Like a lot of people stop doing work and are just lazing around because, you know, you weren't paying attention, you weren't managing them well. But as far as like pumpers are concerned, I'll probably turn off these two pumpers, put one maybe in the science house and the other as a builder. Oh, nice. Let's go. They built it just in time. What a beast. Our medium tank. We've just doubled our water intake. Thank goodness. I'm happy about that. Unfortunately, the drought did just start. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause these two. Maybe one of them. Well, maybe one. Yeah, we'll pause one for now. Keep this guy pumping. At least until, like, things start dry up. Which, you know, ideally things won't dry up. Because we do have this one guy pumping. Yeah, pumping here is not the end of the world. Especially once we get the science to actually dam this up. We'll have less of an issue of pumping here. But yeah, all the water here is probably going to end up draining out relatively soon. I'm not too worried about this water. I'm more concerned about the water in this general area. Okay, we got some unemployed beavers. That is the first. Holy moly, we got like 3 beavers that can do stuff. So don't have to worry about him. We can get, oh man, there's a lot these guys can be focusing on. 3 beavers, that's a lot of work. How are we doing? Oh man. So many decisions. I guess we prioritize builders and maybe we get an extra hauler. Maybe that's how we do this. Just because like these two are the backbone of the colony. And then obviously getting the science built up. We're nearly there. We only need 50 more science. Once we get 50 science, we can pause the second guy and maybe put him into the farmer. Let's go ahead and pause you now. Which then we can up this, get someone in there. Because I really don't want this to dry up. Like him pumping here, this dude pumping here is not the end of the world. I know we have a lot of greenery kind of hinging on this lake. But one little pumper is not going to dry this whole thing up. Especially, oh, it's a 10-day drought. Wow. Holy moly, that's a, oh man. I think this is going to end up drying up in 10 days. That's rough. Yeah, they're pushing the limit. They're really pushing me. I don't know if we're going to make a 10-day drought. We'll definitely try. But thankfully, with all those extra workers, we can now start like turbo building stuff and expanding much quicker. That's the goal, at least. These are still set to send water out. What we can do is we can destroy this one. This one is now out of commission. And then once these start emptying out, we can... Because I want them to focus on this. I want to get more of these built. And I like to have one here built. I'd also like one maybe built over here or on this ridge, depending on where we want this. Not sure yet. Obviously, maybe we can get one built over here. Probably not, though, because I want to try to limit the amount of stuff over here. But yeah, the goal right now is just to wait for beavers to grow up, distribute the jobs. We're starting to get berries, so we can start thinking about trying to give someone the job of berry jobs. It looks like this guy's almost done too, so let's get another housing unit built. And we'll stop expanding at that point. Because we've just doubled our capability. We can go up to 40 beavers now, which is great. Now we can start thinking about how to get a rooftop terrace. Because I've been wanting to put this up. But this is going to require the scaffolding. We just got enough to get the floodgate. Unfortunately, that's where our money's going to go. And I want the floodgate along this ridge. There we go. So that's where the majority of our supplies are going to start going towards too. Also getting another one of these built. Let's lower the priority of these because at the moment they're not needed. We could even pause this guy. Don't think he really needs to be there. Looks like he found another job. Helps me. I do actually want someone over here. I'm not sure where that guy found work. Where did he end up? Mystery where that man ended up. Because we're not getting scrap either. We have some scrap, not a lot of scrap. Well, whenever we get a beaver, he'll end up over here. Because surely we'll have some beaver grow up. We have 2 children. Surely one of them is going to grow up soon. This guy's still waiting. Berries are still doing good. Food is doing fine. Water is the one I'm mostly concerned about. Just because we have quite a long drought. This is definitely not going to last. And then once we get the science, we'll be able to unlock platforms. Either one. Probably better to get the double. I mean, we're going to unlock all of them because they're all useful. Slowly, we're getting there. We're getting across. It's a great sign. Progress is being made still. Let's see. If we have that one on the second ring. About 1, 2, 3. So like like out here, we would probably need water potentially. I guess that's fine. The problem is like there's not a lot of space here. Until we dynamite stuff, there's not space to really work here. Same with here, there's like next to no space here either. We probably, if we're gonna get something established, probably gonna be here before we get to the mainland. If we want to get stuff established, like if we want more of a if we want another industrial zone, we could get an industrial zone here. Oh my goodness, get the words out. But yeah, my goal is to try to get to these little oases soon-ish, maybe soonish. Keep my eyes on this water. I don't want this water to get over pumped. The water is water's gonna be okay. Yeah, because we're about halfway here. We might pause this. There we go. Just for now, because maybe when we get to about 150 water, we'll turn on this pump again. Trees are starting to grow. Where do I have a log chopper right now? Where do we have the guy chopping logs? Do we have someone chopping logs? No, we don't. Because I can tell just by our massive supplies of logs dwindling. I'd like to get this prioritized. But I do need someone from here. I need you to come out here to work. Do we have an extra hand? We have someone here? Yeah, we have someone here. You're okay working there. Let's get someone back here. Yeah, why not? Thank you, sir. Doing your due diligence. And now we're regaining our supplies of logs again, thankfully. Thank goodness. So these are start like coming back exponentially, which means we're gonna need a forester at some point. Don't really, I mean, unless we want to like yank you out and get you over here instead. There we go. Just so we can replant this, and then he can start working on planting behind the log chopper, our lumberjack. And then we'll start getting a surplus of logs again. Let's fast forward a bit. Yeah, I don't recommend anyone living this far out. This is for like future expansion. You're gonna have to go quite a distance to get some food and water. Doop, 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 doop. That was quite the noise. No extra workers yet. He is planting. He's still harvesting. We're getting a surplus of berries now, which berries are great backup food. Still got water. This guy is still having to work this one field by himself, but that's fine. Still plenty. Well, there's still a good amount of water here, but you know, we're not even halfway through the drought. What is unconnected? That's fine. Okay, yeah, that's all of my storage places. That is my massive supplies of storage. Don't worry about that. No need to concern yourself. But Wintesh. So what did I want to unlock next? Not science. Power, we're still kind of there. These would be pretty good to unlock next. Yeah. I think the scaffolding is going to end up being next. When we get the opportunity to. So we want these set at, if we can get away with that. Because what are these set at? Yeah, basically the same height. And that means this will get, here, this is going to get over flooded. They'll start getting water in this area. And we can start maybe doing something over here. Not sure yet. Not a major concern of mine, this area. But if we need to, we could always expand over here. I did say this was going to be backup storage. That's right. Which means we do probably want to be up here. Let's see if we can make a path that goes alongside. Unfortunately, this tree is now blocking my way. Is there a way around this tree? No. We have like a forest in our way. And I don't really want to chop it down. What happened to my music? Hello? There we go. It's going to the next song. If I can get someone else to come here and start chopping logs, that would be great. Maybe I can get you over here. Start chopping logs. I need someone here. I wasn't asking. Wasn't asking if someone wanted to be here. So he'll eventually work on this one. At some point, this will get chopped down, and then we can finish the bridge. Speaking of which, we probably can get that staircase built there. Get the path predetermined. Because eventually, we're going to want to... We're going to eventually want to come out here. Demolish this. Where do we want the bridge? Or the dam? We probably want the dam here. I don't think you can build... Yeah, you can't build a path here, so you have to destroy. Maybe we'll just build it here. No. We'll see. We'll probably have to make a staircase regardless. And then we can do whatever as we please here. We can even come back over here and make a another dam here, which probably wouldn't be a terrible idea when we do get to the point of coming back here. We can just dam that up. And then I think water doesn't flow diagonally, so we should be okay with just those three whenever they're ready. I mean, whenever this gets connected. There we go. Actually, we can connect it now. Perfect. Before something else ends up over there. All right. Taking stock of everything. Water is very low. You can demolish this one. Let's get that picked up. And then we can get another one of these built here. Yeah, that's perfect. So we'll have a small supply of water coming in. If anything does take out this village, it's gonna be a drought, or it's gonna be a lack of water, which we're trying to fix. Oh boy, yeah, we are getting quite low. A lot of people have to travel quite a distance to get water now. Okay, we can get this built here. Definitely have the logs, and we have the planks, and we have the gears for this. Let's make sure this is all prioritized correctly. Try to get this built Checking my beavers. Looks like we're all okay. Okay. Now we're getting a pretty big surplus of berries, which is great. That's what we want. It's the water that's a little more difficult to get our hands on. How's the water here? Ooh, this is like ready to dry up. That's about done. Thankfully, once this is built, we'll have this big reservoir of water backed up to refill this whenever we need to. So that's good. Oh, the playlist is done. Wow. Let's get that set up again. Okay. Oh boy. I'm nervous. Nervous because water is getting pretty low now. We are getting pretty close though to the end of the drought, so we did pretty good. We could easily survive a 10-day drought. Well, we could just about survive a 10-day drought. Once this gets built, we should be able to like clear it pretty easily. But yeah, as you can see, we basically drank up a whole block of water in here. One whole unit of water in this little reservoir. And this just dried up, so that's fine. We did pretty good here. You can see it as it struggles. You can see how much water is being taken away from the life reserves. Yeah, we are almost done with this drought though, thankfully. And then we have to figure out how to get beavers back over here. I think these are high priority, so they're just gonna fill it up as needed. We have 150 signs. I think we're gonna want the scaffolding. We could get this one. Technically more sign. I mean, I want both. But we'll start. No, we should probably get this one first. There we go. And then we'll unlock the next one later. Because I want to get the rooftop terrace built here. Let's go to normal speed as I get this sorted out. All right, this can get put back into normal priority since that can get access now. All right, we're doing great on water. Let us... We'll pull people from other jobs to come over here. It's just annoying how important it is to have people here. Yeah, we have no haulers. That's fine. I just need a I just need a big old injection of people. I also still want to get this built over here. Maybe we can work on that. Yep, hey. And then we can get a path. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I gotta delete this one. There we go. And then let's go ahead and pick up those supplies. I definitely would like people in here. Oh no, someone died of old age. Dang it. We need you all. As far as distance is concerned, man, it's still like not great. People are still having to go crazy far away. We might be able to, I might just make a couple of shortcuts here and there. I might try to make like a shortcut, probably on this side. Just so that people can get across a little bit faster. Okay, we're at normal speed, so I'm not too concerned. There we go. That makes life a lot easier. Get rid of that little corner piece, and we're good. Yeah, that is definitely needed. That shortcut is just needed just to make this a little more tolerable of a crossing. Just because like they have to go from here and then work all their way around to this side, versus here they'll be able to shortcut most of this roundabout. I mean, we could even potentially do something across here and try to get like a straight line, more of a straight line this way. That might be a smarter idea. There we go. We got some water now. We got our surplus. Thank goodness. Holy moly. What a pain in the butt that was. We got beavers in here, so that's fine. They're ready. Willing and ready. I just need more beavers. Fast forward a little. Get this water to fill up. Planks are starting to slow down because I think I did take someone from this. Yeah. Because I took an extra worker from there. Planks are starting to slow down in production. Still got 2 beavers working there. That's good. Berries. We still have plenty of room for berries. Yeah, these are getting slowly emptied out. Maybe we can pause you. You can find work somewhere else. Looks like you already found work somewhere else. Nope, I have no idea where you're working, but you're doing the colony some justice. I don't know what you're up to, but you're doing something. Thank goodness. Yes. Thankfully, this is going to get worked on during the wet season, so this will give it plenty of time to build up water. Hopefully, this will be done by the next dry season. Hopefully, it won't be a bad tide. God. If it's a bad tide next, we're effed. Truly and for sure, we are truly effed if a bad tide does hit us. Actually, okay. What do I want to do? That's fine. Because I said I wanted to stop using the storage units. We can not get that built. We are on, okay, we're okay. We have 2 beavers unemployed. No, not acceptable. Let's get someone in here. Let's get someone in here. Thank you. We do have to go one more layer down. We'll probably go here instead. And then we'll demolish this. Still keeping my eyes on stuff. Making sure we don't get any unemployed beavers. Making sure supplies are being met. Water is starting to go up. And then we try to get this. I'm gonna do it like this. We are gonna need a space for the pumps. Ah. Oh, come on, we just got out of one. Are you kidding me? We barely got the supplies needed. There we go. Just because I want these to be like pumps. I want pumps in these areas. There we go. Brother, are you kidding me, man? What the heck is this? Alrighty, we barely get like 1 day of water in here. Unbelievable, stupid game. I mean, I can't pump any faster. I'm already pumping as quickly as I can. Can't even afford to demolish this infrastructure. I could maybe get another one built here, though. I mean, why not? I do want it built sometime in the near future, and then we can think about getting rid of this temporary supply. Definitely hurts not having haulers. Okay, we got haulers. Let's go. So they're moving stuff around. Thank goodness. How's this going? Still not very much progress at all here. I have a feeling this is going to be another one of those things where I have to sit on the game and wait for like these things that we set up at the start to get built. Barely gonna be getting 300 water, and knowing my luck, this is gonna end up being like a 20-day drought. Screw me and my big chungus life. We didn't even manage to get this thing built. Ah, maybe we can prioritize this. Try to get as much water stored up as we can. Maybe we get extra workers here. Try to pull people out from other work. Get this thing built ASAP. What's this guy doing? Doing fine, I think. There we go. Eventually we'll get there. Ugh. That's unfortunate. We did manage to get back up to 300. So it's not the end of the world. 15 days? Fuck me, man. This game hates me. Oh, I hate this game. Oh. Game sucks. This game does nothing but taunt me. We can eventually, I guess we can move these pumps, which I guess maybe this was, in hindsight, a bad place to build this. But we can move maybe this pump up here. to start pumping from the big reservoir. Get a couple of pumps into this backup reservoir. Because obviously these pumps, all this junk is no good for us. Also, I mean, actually, we don't need... Actually, a floodgate would be better in hindsight. Here. There we go. Because when bad water does end up coming here, we need a way to shut it off so it doesn't infect the drinkable water. Mother trucker, like, we're doing good on food. Like, I'm pretty sure we have more than enough food. It's the water that's screwing us over now. Maybe we start looking at getting those bigger pumps unlocked. It needs steel. No, it needs planks only. No, that's a fluid dump. It would be this one, right? It needs planks. Deep bad water pump. Fluid dump. Deep mechanical fluid pump. And that needs power. Oh, crud. Yeah, we're stuck with these little guys. I mean, they're pretty close, but you know, no dice. We're already in the bad tide. Let's turn you off. Turn you off. No need for that anymore. Someone in here. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, crud. This sucks. Now it's just kind of waiting. Now we just wait and hope that we can make it. I need more beavers, but I can't expand fast enough to meet the demand of more beavers. We have 200 science. Let's start thinking about what we can grab. I definitely want to grab this. So we can make more efficient scaffolding, more efficient scaffolding. Let's look at getting like smelters. Yeah, I think now we're gonna start looking at getting this stuff. Okay. Okay. What about power? Power-wise, you can get a steam engine. Clutch, I have no idea what that does. A lot of this stuff is new. What does the clutch do? Engaged or disengaged power transmission. Okay, I don't think that's going to be super necessary, but yeah, these two, super necessary. But we'll need to get industrial, like metal, established. Which currently we can't really because we're just struggling staying alive here. So let's pause you for a minute. Let the water kind of chill out. And we'll turn you back on once we hit that, like, maybe 200 mark. Because 150 was a little too close for liking, so maybe by 200 we'll turn you back on if I remember to look. Now it's just a matter of just sitting and waiting. We got plenty of berries. We have a lot of berries. We might be getting close to capacity for berries. How are these doing? Still doing fine. Kohlrabies are getting kind of low, which is crazy because we've been like non-stop farming kohlrabies. And they're just like, you can't beat the efficiency of like berries. However, food-wise, the thing that would be better than kohlrabies, well, cassavas, because you can ferment them. So we might have to start looking at the fermenter to like double our edible food size. But for now, kohlrabies are doing just fine. Between berries and kohlrabies, we should be okay. You can go find work somewhere else. We have 2 unemployed beavers. That's a great sign. Let's try to up our log production. How are the haulers doing? You can get an extra hauler here. Just until the berries start growing again. because we have a surplus of berries. We don't have to worry about berries for a while. Probably could have put... No, we have 2 beavers here. That's fine. Let's put these down for now, just to make sure that all the water we can get, we have access to. This is going to be difficult to work on, this little area. We're going to need a staircase down here and a path just to work on these. So we almost have 150 science. That's 150 science. That's 300 science. So we'll get this unlocked first. And then we have to figure out a place to put it. It's gonna have to be here, huh? Does this need power? It doesn't need power from what I can tell. Manufacture simple metal parts for scrap metal. So this I think we can leave unattached. And maybe even put it like right here. There we go. Which means we'll have to start grabbing scrap. And then we'll have to get storage for that stuff. Ugh, brother. Let me look at here. You have that. Okay, yeah, we do need one of these more established ones. Which we can actually just put like right here. And this can be for this stuff. Prioritize that by hauler. Okay, we are like right at 200. I'm glad I saw that. Get someone in there. We have one more beaver that can find work. How are you doing? We're full. We're at capacity there. We could definitely use more gears. There we go. Start getting our gears reestablished. I'm definitely nervous. Droughts and bad tides always make me really nervous. We got 3 medium-sized water storages. I feel pretty good about that. Not super concerned about that. The only thing that's going to suck is when the bad tide does come, we're going to end up just losing this whole area. So all these crops will potentially just go dead. And of course, eventually the bad tide's going to end up coming all the way over here, infecting our waters, which then we'll have to rely on like our supplements. If there's a... We could potentially get the water rerouted this way when it does become a bad tide. It's not a bad idea, but we definitely don't have a way of doing that now. Because this is like a shortcut. This is a shortcut for the water to fill. This is technically another shortcut for the water to fill. Same here. We'll think about it. I mean, this as well. This is also a shortcut for it to fill the water quicker. So we got 24 beavers. That's a good sign. Well, 21 working beavers. We're doing a lot better. We're still spread pretty thin, but we're doing good. They should be able to demolish all this stuff. My eyes peeled. Because right now I'm just trying to burn through the drought. Hoping that we make it. Okay, finally they're working on this shortcut. That's getting worked on. Let's see, we got like 40, about 40-ish minutes. Roughly, like more like 30, roughly 30. Before the end of stream, which afterwards, I'll just be trying to sit on this, wait for all the stuff in the queue to get built. We have a free beaver now. This guy, why can't you chop this one tree down? You have a tree you can chop. Why are you unable to chop this tree? I don't want to demolish it, but I might have to. Because I don't know why he's not choosing to destroy this tree. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to collect those logs. But it's one tree. We managed to collect all the other ones here. Not that concerned. We have 2 unemployed beavers now. I need to make sure they're doing something productive. We have one here. Maybe we can finally get someone to help you out. Berries are starting to come in. I'm not too concerned about the berries. The berries can sit for a little bit. I'm more concerned about getting Karavis in storage. Oh, brother. We got 6 days. We do really need to pump this water. Because now that we're seeing the little techno glow, the wow, the little waves of greenery show up, I need to decide whether I want to pump this or not. I need to pump this because we still got 6 days and just 200 water. So that definitely does need to be pumped. Because all this stuff is pretty hardy. This can last a couple of days without a drought, or in a drought, about 2 days. I mean, these can last a good long while. 15 days in a drought, they're fine. The berries, I don't think have that long of a life, but the berries I'm not too concerned about. 9 days, they can last a good bit. So we can pump this. It's okay to pump this through the last bit of the drought. Finally, this got built. Yep, now our beavers can actually relax a little bit more. Good for them. So happy for them. Proud of them. What else? That's doing fine. This got built. So now that that's built, we can start looking at getting rid of some of these. Make sure we grab all this stuff. Get rid of the unnecessary paths that were here. I guess that's the one benefit about a drought, is that all the smaller infrastructure does get used up. It makes it a lot easier to get rid of. All right, we're officially under 200 with 5 days left in the drought. Will we make it? Find out next time on Timberborn 3. Well, Timberborn 1.0, I guess. They haven't made sequels yet. What is your damage? Can't be reached. Why? You're not that far from a district. Oh, I'm seeing why. It's always something like this. There. It's always the little things. One little path they need. Otherwise, they're just stranded. There we go. Now, all of a sudden, this got decongested. Makes it a little easier to make it to these areas. We can actually start thinking about just making a straight line this way. Potentially. Going... I don't want to go through the slipway. What I want to do is probably go to just the left of here. Okay, we got 2 unemployed beavers. Let's get them doing something. For now, what do we need? Do we have Haulers, district center, builder's hut. Do we have a builder's hut? I felt like I made one, but I don't remember. I could have sworn I did make one. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but let's go ahead and get a builder's hut. Because I'd like them to be doing this. I guess I could build it here. Oh, it looks like they found jobs. Oh, 2 beavers died, so they found jobs. that sorted itself out, surprisingly. So what I want to do, while we have the time, try to get over here. Oh, how tall is this? I might still use this little trick. Let's get a lumberjack over here. Little storage unit for him, just in case he needs it. And then, oh, there's like nothing. There's just like no trees here. No, I think we're just better off demolishing this stuff. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. I'm not too concerned about these trees. No unemployed beavers. Supplies still looking decent. 2 days left of the drought. We should be fine. We can make it. Now that that's connected, all this is starting to get built again. Thank goodness. And then we'll be able to cross this way, connect down here, and then this will be a slightly shorter route than up here. And then we can connect here. We might be able to get rid of these connections potentially, just because everything is connected. Yeah, we should be okay. Why are these not getting demolished? I'd like these to be a little bit higher priority. I want to know why they're not trying to demolish this. Destroy this stuff. This water's going to be coming in soon. They seem more concerned about getting the stairs set up. And this dam built. You beavers are crazy. You got other things you need to work on. There you go. You got other priorities, man. Oh, you know what? Got, the drought's almost over, so these guys can just hang out here for now. We do have 2 unemployed beavers. I guess we can start turning these back on. Have them on standby, because we're just about done with the drought. We just barely made it. But we ended up drinking like a block and a half worth of water from this reserve. So it'd be nice to get like a backup reserve that we don't have to worry about. So it would, if anything, I would actually like it to be I think for now we'll work about this one block of water, but I'd like it to eventually expand to the two layers of water, and we can build pumps in these areas and these upper areas, and then we can do floodgates. But for now, this is going to be just a way to get established, just to get like a water reservoir over here, just to get a water reservoir started there. There we go. Hallelujah, we got water now. I have a very bad feeling that during the off stream, the end stream, like when I do the post stream stuff, we're gonna be getting a bad tide. I'm a little nervous about that. That's got me a little nervous. Beavers are doing fine. Rooftop terrace is doing fantastic. Berries are good. Karabis are getting pretty low, so I'm glad we got someone else in here. Yeah, because this is all dried up. We're waiting for this to get turned back on. Doo-doo-doo. Let me look at the... because these should all almost be empty, yeah. Let me go ahead and get these demolished. And then we will send this to supply others, and then we'll get that destroyed. Because we should be able to move this second pump up here, and then we'll get this reservoir set up as backup. So that's the goal right now. So many plans, not enough time in the day. I feel like maybe we can drop it down to 16-hour workdays, try to get their happiness up. So I think we're gonna try 16-hour workdays until like the next catastrophe happens. Well, actually, no, we should probably prioritize getting water. Sorry, guys. False hope. My bad. Ugh. Oh, man. Wait for this to start flowing over. This looks, yeah, we're starting to get a flood. And then we can get this up to 1.9. There we go. Oh, are you kidding me? Why is this one not built? Are you... oh, I hate this game. Stupid game. Get it built, you freaks. Because I know this one's high priority. Yeah, it is. They just never bothered with it. Then let's also get these high priority, because water's going to be coming in pretty soon. Unbelievable, these guys. These knuckleheads. Stupid beavers. Fuck me! Oh, man. We're working overtime. We'll do an extra 2 hours. Sorry, guys. All hands on deck. I'd like to get... no, we kind of need him here. Oh! Dang it! We need Karabis. You guys just planted. I need you over here in the hauler post. Helping. You need more help. Still only have 4 beavers building. And it's not, they're not even focused on this right now. Of course, as soon as I get this thing sorted out, it's like, oh, looks like you finally figured out a way to store a reservoir worth of water. Let's go ahead and fuck that up for you. Why don't we, huh? Let's see if you're set up for like a 20-day bad tide, huh? We'll be sure to mess you up real good. Don't worry about it. Oh, I'm so I'm like so mad. I hate I really hate bad tides. Oh, brother. Why don't you ever plant these trees in the back? You can't. Okay, that explains a lot then. I just need a surplus of water. I really do need just a surplus of water. And you're not helping. Actually, no. Let's get you back in here. This needs to go down. We got 2 extra beavers. Let's get them in here. Because we need faster ways of storing water quickly. Just slowly trying to raise this up. It's not, I mean, it doesn't make a big difference, realistically. So now we're officially over a block of storage. Man, still not enough Karabi's. Okay, let's get both of these turned on. We need 4 jobs. I think we have 4 jobs with the haulers right now. Actually, let's turn off production. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Come on. We need someone in here. Food and water priorities. Slowly work on this. Oh, the bad tide's just around the corner. Oh, that's fucked. Which, that basically means we're gonna have to stop work over here. You guys think you can get that? You can't get that built. So we're gonna... Do we have beavers over here? Is anyone over here? Don't think anyone's here. So let's go ahead and delete this path here. Just to guarantee that they can't get over here to work. Too far from the district. Good. Don't need anyone over there. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's not worry about this for a second. Bad water's starting to come in through here. I need to think. You could still sort of pump during a bad tide. We did not get anywhere near 300. That's rough. No extra beavers. What we can do is turn this off. Get this turned on. These guys are all prioritized by haulers. We just don't have enough haulers. Is anyone walking through water? There is some water over here. Oh, that's housing too. Oh, crud. That's bad. That's bad. Is there anyone? Oh, there are... Are there beavers over here? There is a beaver over here. I need him to get over there, and I need to cut this off. Oh, that could be... This could be damning. Oh, brother, why'd you have to go this way? You are stranded, man. Get out of the fucking... You freaks, get out of the water. So that's a bunch of housing just lost. Oh, that's tough. So we'll have a couple of homeless beavers. It's not the end of the world. Well, bad tide's here, so it doesn't matter at this point. You can probably drop this down to 16 again, since they're going to be pretty pissed losing all that housing that they just gained. Yeah, we got 5, well, probably more than 5. Like, what is it? 9 homeless beavers. It's unfortunate. Thankfully, they have this way to cross. What I need to do is I need to make a above ground walkway, which I probably, in hindsight, should have done. Hold on. This is really, realistically, this is what I should have done. This is not the end of the world. Hold on. I'm gonna have to demolish that, aren't I? Oh, that's rough. And this all needs to be high priority if we're gonna get them back home. I think that overall, that's a better idea. I think that is just better for us. It was my bad. It was my mistake having them go through the water like that. Knowing that bad tides exist. Okay, this needs to be closed off now. This needs to be turned off. You can pump for a little bit. Yeah, and then this is all going to get redirected over here. Oh, very unfortunate we're losing all this water storage. But at least it's not all going to go to hell. This will still stay mostly clean. We do kind of need the water. Just making sure that they that everyone's doing fine. Not going to need that for now. Now it's just kind of focused on surviving. Because at least the bad tide is 8 days. We can survive 8 days with 300 water. So let's pause you. Since 300 is usually just enough for us. We're just trying to keep some good water in here. And this should all redirect over here. So we shouldn't worry about this getting overfloated. Or flood over. This shouldn't flood over. Should all come this way. Might as well. I mean, it doesn't matter if that's half closed or mostly open. Is someone here? Someone is actually here. So they're taking logs and scraps. And they're making the metal stuff we need. Did I make storage for this? I think I did, right? It's this. Yeah, it is. Good. Does this need power? It's not saying it needs power. It's just supplies aren't being made for some odd reason. No good selected. Okay, that's fine. We're not worried about that. Yeah, we have a lot of unconnected buildings right now. Working on it. Currently working on it. Foolish mistake of mine. Robbie's are almost out. Let's fast forward the bad tide for now. Water is starting to get used up. Trying my best to make the beavers as happy as I can while this bad tide is happening. But as soon as we get as soon as we're past it, looks like this guy is done with the berries. Did find work. Good. These guys are basically done now. Thankfully, we still have this going. So we are still getting Karabis at a semi-decent pace. Yeah, so this is starting to get filled up now. That's good. At least that's getting worked on. Okay, things are still looking pretty good. They're almost done with the trees here. Oh, thank God this is all reconnected now. Thank goodness. Oof. That was a little stressful. That was a unforeseen, well, that was an oversight on my end. That is for sure. All right, this can get connected. Nothing to do in range. Yeah, so these guys are finally starting to get to the last of their stuff. All right, go find work somewhere else. They are officially at capacity. Okay. You guys are good. Get more haulers. Science. We have like almost 500 science. Let's see what we can grab. Power wheels would be a good idea to get power wheels potentially. This would be better, the steam engine. Fires haulers, makes 400 horsepower. Gravity batteries, gonna need metal. I think I want to grab this. Or I want to grab this. Tree sapper. Eventually we're gonna need this. We're gonna need these two at some point. Let's think about getting the steam engine. Because freeing up work would be better. Yeah, because trying to free this up would be most ideal. All right, let's keep pushing forward. How big is the steam engine? It looks like it's exactly the size of the power wheel. How are our supplies doing? We're doing decent on supplies. We can maybe afford to demolish this. And work on getting the other stuff. Work on getting that steam engine in here, which is going to use our water. I mean, that makes sense, right? It's steam powered. So that's something to be concerned about. Okay. Oh, we don't have the supplies for it either, because we don't have enough of this. Logs, scrap, and metal parts. Turn scraps and logs into little bolts. Okay, we got a lot of beavers that don't have anything better to do. Turn this on. There's some stuff here to chop down. And are you in range to grab anything else? Not really. Sort of. Not most ideal. Maybe we can get someone back over here to grab the last little bit of logs here. I guess we'll turn this on. One more beaver. This is at capacity. I know this is at capacity. For now, let's get just one more hauler in here. Water is officially at 100, basically at 100. Okay, we're gonna have to turn this on. Four days of drought, not a good sign for us. Let's see if we can get this guy moved a little bit closer over here. Turn that off. We got someone here? We do have someone here. Okay, he's taking care of that. We don't have anyone here. Get someone there, and then I can demolish this. Oh man, water is looking bad. With 4 days left, looking real bad. Food's fine, the water is what I'm worried about. I think we can finally get rid of this one. Yeah, that looks empty to me. And then we can get this pump moved over here. Has this guy given up on the pump? Yeah, this guy gave up on the pump. So, our last little bit of water is here. This is what's going to have to get us through the next 3 days. Fun! Fun, 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 fun. Gonna have to supply a whole colony. Some beavers may go thirsty. Some may even die of thirst. But that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Kohlrabies are about at 100. Berries are still at 300. So worst case scenario, we start eating the berries. Not the end of the world. Not ideal, but not the end of the world. Okay, these guys are pretty much over here now. And then we can start working our way down over here. Let's go to normal speed. Because I need to start working my way down. And then we're gonna need one more set of stairs. Oh, water's looking bad. Not much I can do about that. Actually, no, that seems foolish. We should be trying to cross this way. So I'm going to demolish that. I have everything paused right now, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, hang on. Let me look at how stuff is looking. Man, this is like dire. There is some water still left in here. And 2 days. 2 days without water, I think they'll be fine. They'll survive. We want to get over here, and then over here. Okay. And now they're over here. Destroy this. We could probably let the day go. No, we shouldn't do it like that. Because it would just be cheaper just to keep this leveled. I know the storage units are getting a little out of hand, but I need them. You have no idea. I need this. Just work with me here. Trust me, it's all gonna work out. There we go. And then we can... And just in case we need to go over here, we can. Okay. Nice. Now that this connect, yeah, they can work on both sides of this now. So that's great. Oh, brother. Looks like this guy is done. Okay. Can find work. Oh, geez, I don't know. Want to be a hauler? For now. Okay, so I feel like we're at an efficient colony size. We're at just slightly too big. We are slightly too big to sustain this colony during one of these catastrophes. But we should be okay if we stabilize ourselves. Once we get past this and start regaining some of our water storage, we should be fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and move this pump over here. Probably going to be... Definitely going to have to be somewhere over here. So let's get the path moved around a little bit. What we can do is we have a big storage, big water storage over here too. Got the supplies for it. For now, I'm going to keep this one built because Lord knows we need more pumps than we do beavers. It's ridiculous. All the beavers have to come all the way down here to get water. That's the rough part. It'll be a little easier once this little slipway is built for them. And then they could slowly work their way down here. I'll worry about this in a minute. Once they get to this point, then I'll finish the connection over here, and then we'll finally have the sanctuary I've been dreaming of. And then we can go and figure out, we can colonize this area too once we get the chance to. But right now, establish, maintain. Our job right now is just to maintain. Let's get past the next day. Let's get past this drought, this bad tide. It's basically a drought. Oh, we'll get past this drought. I'll end it off, and I'll recoup and get past the work log that we've developed ourselves. But man, this was tough. This was tough. This is definitely tough. This hard mode is no joke. Like, they really meant hard mode when they said hard mode. And a lot of respect to those who who play hard mode and are still entertaining to watch. Big shout outs to you guys out there. This is difficult. It's stressful. It's a stress inducing thing to do. It's a 1x2. This is the one we need, right? Part of me wants to get it. Yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah. I'll spend the signs. We have the signs right now. I was supposed to get like a smelter and stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then not only that, but we also need a surplus of water to maintain this thing as well. This beast of a machine. Make sure we got everything powered. Make sure this is set up for water, prioritized by hauler. And then also same thing with this. Make sure that's prioritized by hauler. Let's actually make sure that gets built first. If we can get these two built first, that'd be great. Nice, let's go. So let's get some jobs reestablished. We're definitely gonna need the forester back. These guys are fine. Let's see. This needs to be turned on as well. That needs a higher priority. Let's get these floodgates down. Just to let the water through. And then we definitely need to up our work hours now. Yeah, everyone's upset for some reason. Grew up, old age. Born, grew up, old age. We're fine. Nobody's dying of thirst. I mean, there is no water. Unfortunately. But yeah, all these little signs, all these little warning blinking lights. Definitely annoying. Oh, this guy. Why can't you chop logs, you freak? You are surrounded by a forest. I think it's because they're not marked. Huh, yeah, that's of course. I'm the dummy. Not him. Please forgive me, Beaver. I was the idiot who didn't realize. Just flushing all the water out now. Making sure we got all of our pumpers at capacity. Honestly, we might have to double up our pumps if we're ever going to recover fast enough. The problem is now making room for more pumps. Let me think. Because this is going to be a great area to just pump water once we can get that established. Let's get this up to a block. And then we'll slowly bring that up as the day continues. There we go. Wait for this to topple over. There we go. $1.5. Because we want to get to 1.9. And then this reservoir would be pretty useful. And then we can start working on this. Speaking of which, we need to get this path reconnected. Now that they can work on that. Definitely probably need a second pump in this little reservoir here. Waiting for it to topple over here. There we go. And then we can put this at its final resting place. There we go. And that should be enough. So let's try to get a second pump down here. Maybe here. You're fucking me. This game is legitimately trying to screw me over. I hate this game, man. We can't get anything done. We need another pump. Man, this is rough. You can kind of optimize the path here a little bit more. Let's also make sure this is both high priorities. That's a needed thing. Can't believe this, man. We need to work through the night just to recoup some of this. My God. And the fucking food is going down. Oh, we're not making it, guys. Damn. Oh, I'm pissed. I am beyond pissed right now. We are not making it out of here, boys. What the hell do you want me to do, game? Huh? I'm doing everything in my power to make this work. I can't help it if you're trying to screw me over. Yeah, it'd be great to have that built too. How's this doing? Yeah, these guys are they're attempting to grab stuff. This should be close to overtopping. It's getting there. We do have a little bit of water in here. The pump. Oh man. This is rough. Let's demolish this stuff. And then I want to try to get another big or a medium water tank in there. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. What matters is just the speed at which we can pull the water out. That's what's the issue right now. My beavers are pissed, but like we can't, there's nothing I can do about it, guys. We gotta work the hours. Oh, brother. Because between the food and the water, it's a drought, right? I think it's a drought, not a... Breeding halted, yeah, because we don't have berries. That's crazy. We had so many berries. But now that these are empty, we can actually get rid of these. No. Let's get these picked up. Oof. Yeah, we are not grabbing enough water in time. I mean, at least it's not a bad tide, but it is something pretty much as bad. Let me look at this. Yeah, that's at the correct height. I mean, cool. We were starting to slowly fill up this reservoir. Awesome. Great for me. Fantastic. Yippee. Too bad we're losing it almost immediately to the flippin' drought. What the heck do they want from you, man? I don't know what this game wants from me. At least we did get this established. I'm happy about getting this established. So now we have this reservoir. We have this one to work with. And we can just afford to turn this off. Of course, as soon as I turn it off, water does manage to work its way over. Great. I love that. Love that for myself. Whatever. Okay. Whatever, game. Live your life. Clearly, you know better than I. But all right, guys, I think we are pretty much done for the day. I know we're leaving on another flipping cliffhanger. You know, we just got out of a bad tide and we're being hit by a 11-day drought. Fun, fantastic. I love that for myself. Great game, 10 out of 10. Love this game. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let me leave you here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. We went a tiny bit longer, but that's fine. You know, Timberborn requires a lot of attention, and man, despite that, I'm still gonna be managing this. I'm still gonna be looking after this. As we just basically, like I said last time, I'm gonna work through the queue of like getting the last couple of things built. There is a chance that we do perish in between the streams, but for now I'm gonna wait for all the stuff that I have queued up to get built, and I'll try to give myself little hints of what I want to do next time, because I know I want to get over here next time. What else? Okay, yeah, this. Okay. Beyond that, I think it's pretty obvious things I want to do. Work my way over here. Somehow get more water established, get steel. The problem is once that gets built, oh no, we do kind of need it built though. We do kind of need this built. But yeah, this is all for just another day. So I'm going to go ahead and love you and leave you here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'll catch you in the next stream. So until then, goodbye. Adios. Sayonara. Say la vie. Bye. Bye.